Frontera de Salud is a student-run organization, meaning that mainly students or only students are the ones who manage the leadership positions, plan the trips, make the connections, and do the volunteer work. It is also an interdisciplinary organization involving people from all the schools here at the Health Science Center. Our goal is to have an understanding of each other's professions. So when a medical student interacts with a nursing student, we're all students, we get to experience each other's ways of thinking the way that it's taught in our respective schools, and that way we gain a better understanding of the teams that we'll eventually end up working with in the future. Frontera de Salud is also an organization that not only helps people here in San Antonio, we also do work on the border. Frontera de Salud meaning the border of health. Frontera de Salud kind of began in Galveston. There was a medical student who decided to form this organization, and eventually it spread to San Antonio. So far we're the best funded. We do the most trips out of any of the Frontera de Salud chapters around Texas. So Frontera de Salud manages more money than any other individual student organization, and because of that funding we're able to send more people, more volunteers to different places on the border and help them educate themselves and at the same time educate the public which we serve. Mainly the people we serve are of low socioeconomic status. They are Hispanic. So Spanish is a very important factor, and the cultural awareness and competency comes into play here, because cultural competency isn't just knowing about someone's culture, it's actually experiencing them and empathizing with the people that we serve. So by going down there and volunteering, we get to have another glimpse of maybe a life we weren't aware of, because most of us come from upper middle class families. And by going down there and experiencing these the living situations that these people have, such as in McAllen where we go to the colonias, we have a different perspective. We gain a better understanding and will eventually help us become greater physicians in the future. What I mean by when we serve these communities, we do a lot of things. We do education work, so we've given lectures in the past on vaccines, how important they are, how they work. We've given lectures on domestic violence and what to do about it. We also educate individuals on health and nutrition, which is now incredibly important with the obesity epidemic that we're facing in the nation and in the world practically. So educating people on how to read nutrition labels, how many carbohydrates are present in the foods we eat, all these things play a part in health prevention, which is part of the goal of Frontera. A specific instance in which we helped a woman who came to us. She came for the typical lipid screening. We test HDL, LDL, cholesterol, triglycerides, and glucose. She came in with very high triglycerides, and we found that she had a glucose level of 380, which by that point is indicative of diabetes. It's pretty much diagnostic. We tested it twice, and it turned out to be in the same range. And the woman was completely unaware. She thought she was very healthy. She had a normal BMI. And she came in with like a very astounded look on her face, because what she said was, I only had oatmeal this morning. How can this be? I think I'm healthy. I mean, she eats her vegetables and she does all these things. So she didn't really understand. And although it was sad to see, and empathizing with her, it's very difficult if you were given such news of this state. But at the same time, we were able to guide her, give her references to other physicians that will eventually end up confirming the diagnosis and giving her treatment so that she could eventually end up control her diabetes. This woman had no idea. She tries to avoid doctors, and she found that this was a free health event, health clinic, and we ended up guiding her to the right place. She felt motivated. We counseled her on what the implications are, and hopefully we helped extend her life. There's a ton of things you can do as a medical student. As a medical student, you can volunteer in so many different organizations, be part of so many student interest groups, sign up for Global Health and do some work in Guatemala or Ethiopia. But Frontera de Salud gives you a very unique experience, because it gives you that same health impact, and you don't have to travel anywhere far. Here in Texas, there's so many people in need. There's a different culture, different language, health disparities that need just as much attention as any other place around the world. We have the unique opportunity to be so close and help these people within our own community that we have adopted by being UTHSCSA students here in San Antonio. We can work here in San Antonio, we can go to the border towns. Frontera de Salud gives you that opportunity to help people, to learn about yourself, to learn about the culture that you're serving, and the people that really need it.